Chapter 881. Oren and Zedek were taken aback, but they quickly regained their composure. It was fine since Wilbur was the one who beat him up. Benjamin glanced at Wilbur, then he yelled, "Bring that little asshole in here." Susie soon brought in a bruised guy with stylish clothes. The guy wanted to cry when he saw Benjamin, but he noticed Wilbur was sitting there. He could not believe his eyes. He subconsciously blurted out, "Fuck, how dare you trespass on this household? Let's see who will save you now." Wilbur smiled faintly and had a sip of his drink. Benjamin scolded sternly, "Shaw Grayson, what have you done out there?" The guy named Shaw Grayson instantly felt a shiver run down his spine. He noticed that something was wrong. He rolled his eyes and mumbled, "I had a car accident. It's nothing major." He glanced toward Oren and the others while he spoke. "Was it only a car accident?" asked Benjamin coldly. Shaw went pale, and he did not dare to speak. Wilbur asked, "Mr. Grayson, what is your relationship to him?" "He's a kid of my distant relative. He just came to Seatretown and he does nothing all day." "Tell me, Wilbur, what the hell happened?" asked Benjamin. Wilbur nodded and said slowly, "I rushed here today in a cab and got into a car accident because he tailed us. He was supposed to bear the fault, but he beat up the driver as soon as he got out of the car without saying another word. He also said he wanted to kill my whole family before I could speak. He said he wanted to kill me and called a bunch of thugs on me. So I taught him a small lesson." Benjamin was enraged after he heard that. He pointed at Shaw and scolded furiously, "You useless brat. Your parents did everything they could to move you to Seatretown so that I could discipline you. I didn't expect you to cause so much trouble under my watch. How dare you?" Benjamin walked over and slapped him. Benjamin was physically superior to these youngsters ever since he practiced the cultivation method Wilbur provided. He was starting to be a cultivator. That slap made Shaw fall headfirst to the floor and whined in pain. Benjamin was still angry, so he gave Shaw a few more kicks. Shaw screamed tragically. He was rolling his eyes like he was going to faint. Oren hurriedly stood to stop Benjamin, saying, "Mr. Grayson, please relax. Don't get so worked up. There's no need to get worked up over a young man like him." Benjamin also felt like it was not appropriate for him to beat up someone younger than him. Therefore, he scoffed coldly and returned to his seat. However, Shaw was on the brink of giving out. He did not expect Wilbur to be their important guest. Moreover, he was sitting next to Oren Campbell and his granduncle, so he was not someone ordinary. Shaw knew got into deep trouble. He lay on the floor and played dead. However, Benjamin was still furious. He yelled, "Susie." "Yes, Grandpa?" "Throw him out of this house. He and his parents are no longer my relatives. Also, if he dares to use my name to cause trouble again, tell your dad to kill him. I can't bear having an embarrassment like him around." Benjamin was breathing hard because he was furious. Susie also hated Shaw when she found out what happened. She hated people who did bad things using the Grayson name too. She took after her grandfather in that aspect. Her grandfather was old, so she would not allow anyone to tarnish his name. She kicked Shaw and yelled, "Scram! You won't get out of here alive if my dad comes back." Shaw knew how stern and aggressive the Graysons were. Frightened, he ignored the pain and struggled to crawl up, then sprinted out the door. He did not dare to glance at Wilbur the entire time.